Welcome back. It's Friday, January 20th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Let's recap yesterday. Klay Thompson goes over. Vucevic goes over. Quick and easy 2-0 day, a 6-0 run over the last 2 days. All thanks to that man back there. Kyle Kuzma's treating us with his presence. Day 6 of our ladder challenge hit. About as sweaty as it gets. I believe Harden scored his 15th and 16th point in the final minute and 12 seconds. And that got it done. So we're going to keep it rolling. If you are new, that ladder challenge will be live a little bit later on. So I'll talk about that a little bit later on in this video. If you are new, welcome aboard. My name's Austin. Welcome to the Call on our Shot channel. If you want to go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. We certainly would appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing. Recently, it's been ridiculous. If we help you make some money, whether it's the ladder challenge, which you can back out whenever you want, or whether it's our picks, you can go become a COS All-Star. Go down below, hit that join button, or click the link in the description. It helps support the channel for all the work we do for free 100% of the time. And I promoted this yesterday, PrizePicks, but I do want to note that they now have a free square live. Did not expect this free square. It came out of nowhere, but Luka Doncic to score 1 point. Pretty sure he's going to get that done. You can use that as a free leg of your parlays. And as always, you can use the free square, but you can also make sure you sign up using our code COS or the link down below in the description. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So you can deposit 25, now you get 50, $100, now you get $200. It goes all the way up to $100. So take advantage of the free square, free leg for your parlay, and take advantage of your of the free deposit match. It's free money. Also, I'll have my PrizePicks parlay a little bit later on in this video. We'll talk about day 7 of the ladder challenge later on in this video, but let's dive into our favorite plays. The first one, Jaren Jackson Jr. I like his over 15.5 points, currently minus 120 on points bet. I think he could easily get over 16.5. So if that's your line, which we move lines pretty frequently, I would take that as well. I think JJJ has a good chance of getting over 20 today if you're feeling a little spicy. Now let's talk about Mr. Jaren Jackson Jr., who we know he can get into foul trouble, but I think he avoids it today. Now that's always a concern with him, but I think he avoids it today. And he's hit this over in 15 of his last 25 games, so pretty decently. He has finished 15 on the dot in 3 different times, so he's getting real close to the line, just needs to get over the hump, and I think this is a great matchup for him. Now he's hit this over in 6 of his last 8. His 2 misses, one versus Cleveland, a team that gives up very little points in the paint, which is where Jaren Jackson Jr. does the majority of his damage. Another one versus Indiana, where he obviously had to go up against Miles Turner, another guy that kind of contests a lot of shots in the paint, and he only attempted 5 shots in that game in a blowout. Now, I expect more shots today in that highly anticipated, very fast-paced matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers. It's no surprise that we see the over-under at 242.5 in this game, and while the Grizzlies are 6-7 point favorites, a lot of people, like 88% of the bets, are on the Grizzlies, and I'm not saying to fade the public, but I think that the Lakers can at least keep this game close, at least close enough. And we look at JJJ, he's a guy that does roll with the second unit a lot. You'll see JJJ kind of come up and start with the first 5-6 minutes, and then he'll sub out and then start either the end of the fourth or end of the first, or start at the beginning of the second and then the beginning of the fourth. And that means it gets a lot of time against the Lakers second unit with Russell Westbrook pushing the pace, and that team plays literally no defense, that second unit with Wendy and Gabriel. They got no size inside. So JJJ can get to the free throw line, but should be able to finish over all those guys. And you look at his last 3 against the Lakers. He's played pretty well. 15, 21, and 25 points. Now, the 15 obviously on the hook. We don't deserve that. But look, 21 and 25 points in the other 2 games. He's shooting enough. I think he gets out there. A lot of people are going to be on John Morant tonight. I don't blame him for doing that. But centers have feasted versus this Lakers team. And while Steven Adams probably gets his, 18 of the last 21 centers with 10 or more field goal attempts against the Lakers have hit this over. And like Steven Adams will play his minutes, but he doesn't play a ton of minutes. He might get his rebounds here and there, but I think JJJ goes over 15.5 points. Hopefully he makes it a no sweat bet. He's been very kind to us this season. Hopefully he does it again. We'll take his over 15.5 points. Now my second play, let's keep moving to a guy we love here. Julius Randle, over 43.5 PRAs, minus 110 on DraftKings. We've been pretty good on New York Knicks props this year. It's not Brunson today, but I really do like Randle. You can take this at 44.5. Now, if you're like, Austin, I don't have points, rebounds, and assists, which is what PRAs is, you can take his points line. Also, don't mind his rebounds line. You'll understand why. Assists, I would probably avoid, but you never know with Randle. He can always go out there and get a triple-double, which would really help this out. Now, let's talk about him coming off a down game, dealt with a little bit of foul trouble, ended up with 14 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists. Good for 33 PRAs against the Wizards, and he's actually under this line in 2 straight games. You know what the books did? They saw him go under in 2 straight, and they said, I like it. Let's raise his line. Normally when we see that, we're like, all right, that's a little bit skeptical. Why are we raising the line of a guy that just went under twice? I think they know a big Randle game's coming, and hopefully we can get ahead of it before it happens. Now, over Randle's last 15 games, he's averaged 28.2 points per game, 13.8 rebounds per game, and 4.4 assists per game. So that's 46.4 PRAs over this line in 11 of those 15. He's playing a ton of minutes during that time span, averaging almost 39.7 minutes per game. And Mitchell Robinson is going to be out for at least a couple weeks. I think he fractured his thumb. He's definitely out today. So you're going to see Isaiah Hartenstein and Jericho Sims kind of step up for that role. But either way, they're limited in the front court. So we're going to see Julius Randle plays normal minutes and maybe he plays a couple extra just so they have a little bit of size, especially with Clint Capella back for the Hawks. And obviously they got Onyeka Okongwu and they got John Collins as well. Now let's talk about Randle. I like his matchup a lot more than guys like Brunson. Brunson's been cooking. Look, we love Brunson here. We're 9-0 on his props this year. And whether it's an over or under, we're 9-0. We're dialed in. They call me the Jalen Brunson whisperer. Now I'm not saying to take his under today. I would not do that. He's going to play too many minutes and shoot enough. But I don't necessarily love the matchup for him. The Hawks have been very good against opposing guards and shooting guards. And we look at a guy like DeJounte Murray on the other side of the court. A very good, lanky defender, one of the best defenders in the league that they have to offer. He's much taller than Brunson. You can kind of keep him move his feet. So I think he makes it life tough on Brunson tonight. I'm not saying Brunson can go out there and score 30. He's shooting 20 times a night, gets to the free throw line and whatnot. But I think a guy like Julius Randle has a great matchup here, just attacking the size that the Hawks have. They don't really stop a lot of bigs that just kind of enter the paint. They can normally have a good chance at scoring and really can be grabbing a lot of rebounds. I mean, look at Randle. He's been grabbing like 15 plus boards in the last couple games. And let's talk about him, though, in his last 10 against this Hawks team. He's averaged 45.2 PRAs per game, going over this line in 6 of 10. That's a great hit rate. And in the 3 of his 4 misses, he shot less than 15 times. Look, there's something I know about Randle. He's never seen a shot he didn't like. Some games he's like, I don't feel like shooting. I don't think that's the case today. I actually could see the Knicks losing this game, and that means I think that we're going to see Randle play even more. You got an over-under 233. Should be pretty aggressive. Should play 38 or more minutes. I think he fills up the stat sheet. He's been grabbing 15-plus boards in like 5 of his last 6 games. He's been ridiculous. We'll take Julius Randle's over in PRAs. It's my second play of the day. And my third and final play of the day, it's a man that helped us out a couple days ago get the 4-0 sweep. He's a man that's on my shirt. It's not Hero. It's not Jimmy Butler. Get those guys out of here. Bam Adebayo. I like his over 31.5 points plus rebounds. Currently minus 120 on DraftKings. You can take this at 32.5 if you're like, Austin, I don't have points or rebounds line. Take his points line. I like that a lot. I also love his rebounds line, and you'll hear why I like both of them. Now, if you need a pivot, I don't mind like an SGP same game parlay of 20 plus points and 8 rebounds for Bam. I think he gets that. Now let's talk about him. He cashed out for his last game, and that's because if this is a blowout, which I don't expect it to be a blowout against the Mavericks, Bam does start the 4th quarter. Now he comes and plays very similar to when we talked about Jaren Jackson Jr. Plays like the first 5-6 minutes, subs out, comes and plays with the second unit. That's where they score the majority of their points. Bam does the same thing, and so we'll start the 4th. If this is a blowout, he still will start the 4th, which is what he did last game, and he's over this line in 8 of his last 9. He has 15 plus field goal attempts in all 9 games, 19 plus field goal attempts in 5 of 9, and he's hit this in 6 straight on the road. Now that's a great thing. He's great. He's doing really well. But not only that, he's a great matchup, which is what we like to see. The last 15 games, Dallas allowed the 6th most points per game, 4th most rebounds per game to opposing centers. Bam's last 2 games against Dallas, 35 and 33 points plus rebounds. Hitting them in both of them. Now, if you thought their defense wasn't great right now, well, now they're down Christian Wood, arguably their best defender, at least their best rim protector. And then here comes Dwight Powell. Well, I love Dwight Powell. I love betting his under in PRAs. It's normally sitting at like 4.5 because he's not great. Dwight Powell does very little on offense, so we're going to see a guy like Bam Adebayo just kind of roam around, do whatever he wants, and grab some rebounds. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have to do a lot on the offense or on the defensive side for Adebayo. So, well, he'll still do his thing. Bam is kind of a defensive-minded player, but he's going to have an easy matchup on the other side of the court. They have no rim protection. Bam should be able to get wherever he wants, whenever he wants. And I just like him to get it going. I also like his rebounds. Like I said, 11 plus rebounds in 6 of his last 8, 12 plus in 5 of the last 6. So he's been pretty good. We've seen centers against the Mavericks. We saw Nurkic have 33 points plus rebounds. Valanciunas, 35. Nas Reed had 40. These are just guys within the last couple weeks. I think Mr. Adebayo will continue to treat us nicely. I really do like his over 31.5 points plus rebounds. Love both lines individually, so I'll combine them. Minus 120 on DraftKings. We'll stay with that. Those are my 3 plays. I will not add a play today. Let's keep it moving though. We got a lot to get into. And a reminder, since we talked about PrizePicks earlier, fine, I'll put it up on the screen. We're gonna ride with this 4-leg parlay. I love all 3 of our plays. We're pairing it with Luka. I threw $20 on it. You're like, why only 20? Well, that's the max you can put on the Luka Doncic prop. You obviously can split it up 10 and 10 on other things, 5, 5, 5. I don't care how you do it, but you can obviously take advantage of it. Sign up for PrizePicks. Use the free square that they got live until the tip-off of that Mavs game. And also make sure you use that deposit match up to $100. Sign up using our code or the link down below. We're riding with that. We'll tweet it out a little bit later. And let's move on to some leans and let's talk about some other guys they considered. Then we'll talk about the ladder challenge as well. Now, Josh Giddey. Well, actually, I don't love Josh Giddey today. Josh Giddey's all right. I do like Jamal Murray and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's over in points. I don't mind either of those 2 guys. Ja Morant, everyone's going to be on him, so it makes me a little bit suspect about those 2 guys. Didn't really look at a ton of lines. There's some lines out, some lines not. Some lines are really sharp today, I think, so I'm not going to force too many plays. We'll stick with the 3 plays, but those are a couple leans I did look at. SGA and Murray, I like both. They're over in points. Now, ladder idea I put on the screen that I have a couple ideas, and I'll give you them right now. I'm gonna let you know right now. Bam Adebayo, 15 plus points. He'll be in the ladder parlay, and we're not gonna do I know the last couple days you've seen me do a same game parlay. It's not going to be like that today. There really is no game I specifically want to target and say, you know what, I want that one. The Thunder Kings one, not terrible, but I don't really want to do that yet. So I really do like Bam Adebayo 15 plus points. He'll be in there. Jaren Jackson Jr. 10 plus points. He'll be in there. Then the other two legs, just saying, I'm looking at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 25 plus and Jamal Murray 15 plus points. Not saying that's the official thing, but we'll see. Stay tuned for that YouTube short. Be sure to follow us on TikTok as well. You'll follow us on Instagram as well. Show all that love. That is a ladder challenge should be live, I don't know, within the next 2 hours. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, it might already be live. Go check it out. Let's shout out some COS All-Stars. Get on out of here. This is a long list, so I'm going to speed through these. If you want to support the channel, go down below, hit that join button. We got Leland, J-Ram, Ricky, Ricardo, Josh, Alvaro, and I'll shout your name out tomorrow. Bowen, and I'll probably butcher it. Gage, we got James, Corey, Nick. We got Spartans fan, we got Jorg, J-Dot, we got iHezzy, Johnny, we got TJ, we got Sko, Jobo, we got Rainy Day, Siobhan, Troy, Steven, Don Kari, we got Jay Ferg, Ryan, Champoy, we got Mikey, Manny, Hustle Hard 85, Malcolm, Sunil, With You 2008, Carlos, John C. Green II, Mirza, Crazy Joe, Sean G 1277, Hunter, Ronald, Half Baked, don't know what's going on there, Christian, One Shot, Fernando, Abraham, Ben, BR, Rido, Pat, Antoine, Corbin, Jay Levies, Brett, Dale, Brent again, hey. Or Brett, I definitely butchered that. Brett, Dale, Brent, Raphael, Sonny, Big T, James, Torian, we got Alex, Nelson, we got Phil, we got Jesse, Rahman, we got Kirk, Flying Siamese, Robert, Marcelo, Nate, Dawson, Caleb, Dorian, OKC, MO, Joshua, Aiden, SEAL Team 6 Gaming, Quintrell, Litzel, I don't know, Zay, Andrew, Brad, Cashmere, I don't know, Aldo, Jagger, Brian, Yush, Lindsay, Brandon, Easy Money, Ev, we got Arbrez, EJ, Danny, Pat, Pet Nerd, we got Darnell, Isaac, Alex, Gabriel, Jesus, Jesus, I don't know. Jesus, probably definitely not right. Ronald, Echo, Chase, Jacob, Donovan, Jacob, Jimbo, Jacob again, Christian, we got Richard, we got Kari, I don't know. Ryan, Dean Squad, Denzel, we got the APY, Percent Guy Crypto, I don't know what's going on there. That's, yikes. Ryan, Sheldon, Allie, Cooper, we got Odds, Gem, that's okay. Ruben, Mursta, Terrence, Kevin, Slay, Alan, McKenzie, WS, Walter, Tanner, Dylan, Fine Win, Inspire, Paulo, AJ, Wayne, Parlay, JG, Hales, and Riv. We got Curtis, Clue, James Poker, D-Slow, Ain't, Regular, Aldrin, Troy, Marshall Music, Daniel, Bruno, Trevor, Colin, F. Trimboli. We got Trey, we got K. Kavi, Amateur Angler, we got Will, John, Ant, and Christopher. That is the full list. Let's make that list tomorrow. Let's make it even bigger. Appreciate you guys so much for the support. We'll obviously have at the end of this video, there will be an NFL video live later on today for Saturday's slate of NFL games. PrizePicks, parlay, whatever. Ladder challenge comes soon. You guys have been showing a ton of support. See you guys back again tomorrow. Peace.